tonight. Sometimes these platforms, get a little funny when you start, playing other people's music. They say, "Oh, we can't stream that because it's copyrighted music." I definitely understand that being a musician myself. So hey, but we're gonna get things going right here. Let me go ahead and there it is. It is rolling now. Okay, we are in business. Make sure everything is up and going on Instagram. And yes, indeed, we are rolling. Okay, there it is. All right, Johannes, you may continue.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Glad to see you. I think it's been a holiday since the last time. I'm not sure. I lose count. But tonight, I am so proud again to introduce to our host. I tell you, this man is awesome. Look at him. He's got us on YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, uh, TikTok. We're everywhere, and we have to get the word out. So thank you, John, for that. He's a great guy, a lot of fun to be with. He knows this business. Money is not an object for him. He's like I am. We have to get the word out. So, without further ado, let me introduce to some and present to others. No, I'm presenting him to everybody. Our very own John Hilliard, John the Band, John Voyage. Yay!
All right, all right. Thank you, Miss Queen Rashida. Excuse me. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Highness, for that wonderful introduction. And welcome everybody, regardless of if you're here on Zoom, on TikTok, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Welcome. We are glad to have you here so that we can share with you some information that is really, really going to change your life. But let me go ahead and start my screen here, and I'm gonna set up a few co-hosts real quick. Excuse me, I usually get this done way in advance. I was dancing. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell a little bit about myself. Everybody knows I'm a truck driver. Been driving trucks for well over 20 years. And if you ask me, that's 20 years too long. Way, way too long. And I was a big guy when I started driving. Always going to the truck stops. Here it is, out of my home, got my own money. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, all the stuff that mama wouldn't let me have when I was in high school and stuff like that. But now, hey, I was have my own money now. So everybody see my screen?
See it.
Yes. Okay. Great.
Yes.
All right. So
yes.
And I was always, that guy that everybody just loved to, see come around, had the big smile on my face, love to entertain. But deep down inside, I was struggling. I really was. Achy joints. I had non-fatty liver, waking up with headaches. And, looking around at some of the people that I had grown up with, a lot of them started to punch that clock for the last time. I didn't want to be next. I was talking to somebody I grew up with today, just today, in a similar situation. His hearing is gone, And I'm like, dude, we're talking through text message. I'm like, dude, take a look at this, really, seriously, practically begging him. So he's hopefully going to go ahead and get a shot. Blood pressure is out of control. He was, dealing with diabetes. But I found myself, traveling down a similar path. Fortunately, I came across these two food-based products, and looking at it, I thought, okay, is this for real? Is it a joke? But I thought about all the other things that I tried, and nobody else other than this company offered a 90-day money-back guarantee. So I said, what have I got to lose? So I decided to go and give it a shot. Nothing else was working. What did I have to do? Nothing. So I made this video. This is me from day one, starting to feel restless. And this pretty much tells my story. So check this out. It's a very short video. Here you go.
Everybody has seen this picture. Yeah, that's all 373.6 pounds of me. Truck driving definitely takes a toll on your health. Achy joints, out of breath just walking to the building, tired all the time, brain fog, waking up with headaches every morning. I knew I had to do something, but everything that I had tried in the past just wasn't working. So I heard about the field grade system and decided to give it a try. Hey, what did I have to lose? They say there's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so I decided to give it a shot. Okay, here we go.
Tastes good.
Well, after being on the system for an entire year, here's what I look like now. I am leaving the 300 club. Do the math.
I have got to replace that second picture because I'm like down 100 pounds now. You know, no longer in the 300 club, feeling great, doing great. I mean, the guy on the left, man, y'all have no clue. You know, some of y'all might be able to relate, but man, I mean, this the pain that I was in, the struggles, it was just bad. And like I said, I've been a big guy my entire life. You know, dropping that weight has been nothing short of a relief. So, like I said, I've been driving trucks for a good long time. I found myself caught up in what I call the truck driver trade-off. What is the truck driver trade-off, you might ask? Well, it's when I never really seemed to have enough time to spend with family and friends because I was always going out there on the road. Now, truck driving can be a very good job, very lucrative job. You make some decent money driving trucks if you do it correctly. But when those wheels aren't rolling, you can ask any truck driver, they'll tell you the same thing. When those wheels aren't rolling, you're not making any money. You're not. But most importantly, my health, as you probably figured out by now, has become a major, major concern in my life. Everyone here is not a truck driver. I understand that. So let me ask you a question. If you had all the time and all the money in the world, it'd be pretty difficult to enjoy without great health. Would everybody agree with that? Raise your hand if you agree with that. Yeah? I know it was really hard for me. Y'all agree with that on TikTok? Yeah? Yeah. I mean, and truck drivers, it's a very, very stressful position. 11 hours a day, we got 14 hours to get it done, 70 hours during the week, you know, constantly going. Because like I said, when those wheels aren't rolling, you ain't making no money. Mm-hmm. Long hours and the food out there is not the best at all. So let me share with everybody a few disturbing facts, okay? 90% of adults in America are metabolically unhealthy. High blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar levels, they're at an all-time high. A lot of people suffer from unwanted fat and low energy. And that was me all day long, twice on Sunday. Over 100 million adults in the US are currently dealing with diabetes or prediabetes and heart disease. We all know this. It's become the #1 killer in the world. Childhood obesity is also growing at an alarming rate. I remember, my mother dropping me off at school, looking at the kids walking up to the campus and saying, "Ooh, wow, making kids big nowadays. Man, kids weren't that big when I was in school. Kids are huge now." Yeah. And getting back on the subject of truck drivers, if you know any truck drivers, get them on this system, get them this information because they're twice as likely to struggle with obesity, 50% more susceptible to diabetes. A lot of truck drivers smoke. 87% of all truck drivers deal with high blood pressure. You ask any truck driver about DOT physical time, they'll tell you at some point in time during their career, they're going to be concerned about their blood pressure. I mean, nobody wants to get hit with that information. "Excuse me, sir, you can't drive." Well, we got to give you a 3-month card until you get that blood pressure down. That's not going to do anything for your stress levels. You got a family depending on you. Believe me, that's some very stressful news to get. Sleep disorders are also very common in the trucking industry. So one major reason for all these health problems is our modern day food environment, which is causing most people today to suffer from what we call insulin resistance. From the moment we all get up, we're bombarded by all of these companies that we've come to know and love that are ready to feed us those 5 major food groups. We all know what those are, right? Yeah. High fructose corn syrup, the artificial ingredients, the refined carbohydrates, and low nutrients, and that low fiber. That's the 5 major food groups. It's all very addictive, right? Okay, now, those aren't the 5 major food groups, but y'all get it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But we know the processed stuff, the packaged processed stuff isn't good for us. What about the agriculture, the produce? I got stories for you. I've been places. I've been out to the coast of California, these produce plants. I done been in the meat patch, to Tyson, to Cargill, to these places. I've been to McDonald's plant. I got stories. Y'all don't want to know some of the stuff that happens to our food before it reaches the grocery store. It goes to some stuff, y'all. But we know I mean, stuff's just been modified, genetically modified. They're talking about doing some stuff with it, in the government now. But how long is that gonna last? 4 years from now, what are we gonna be? Gonna be better? It's gonna stay better. That's the question. That's the question. But John, you might say, we could all just go on a diet, right? Well, let's talk about that. Let's explore that. Think about the last time you've been on a diet. What happened? You might have some temporary success, lost a couple pounds, 2 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever. Then what happened? You get bored, you plateau, you don't get the results that you want. Next thing you know, you're no longer on your diet, right? Cap screens, you can relate to that. That sounds like you. That is, until you find that next new diet trend. And then what happens? Same thing. You lose 3 pounds, 5 pounds, and then here come those friends. Hey, you've done so well. Time for that cheat meal, right? And you find yourself in a situation like if you're a truck driver, it's like, man, well, I ain't got time to go get that healthy meal. Okay, one hamburger, one pizza, one plate of spaghetti. It's not going to hurt, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, you're not on your diet because like 1/3 into 2, 2/3 into 5. Yeah. But then that third diet trend comes along. Okay, I'm going to do it this time, right? Yeah. Then what comes along with it? Oh, here we are in the holidays. We're in the middle of the holiday season. Anybody do a diet over Thanksgiving? Anybody think about that diet, or did y'all take that cheat meal? Yeah, Christmas is coming up, right? And then New Year's gonna come around. Everybody gonna raise their hand, make that New Year's resolution. I promise, I'm in 2025. I'm gonna get all this weight off of me. I saw a study that said that by January 12th, all those gyms that fill up at the beginning of the year are just as empty as can be. By January 12th, yeah, gets to the point where we just give up. Just give up, right? That's what happens to most people. So the problem is insulin resistance. And if you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. What are some signs of insulin resistance? I'm going to go ahead and share some with you. And as I go through these, ask yourself, do you or somebody that you know suffer from any of these signs? Skin tags, the little bumps running up and down the back of your neck, down to your shoulders, They're basically harmless, not the sexiest thing in the world, but those are signs of insulin resistance. Dark circles, the pigmentation around your neck. Miss Catherine can pronounce what that is very, very well, a lot better than I can. Miss Catherine, what do you call that?
It's called acanthosis nigricans, the darkening around your neck.
Acanthosis, whatever she says.
One more time.
That's what it's called. Acanthos nigricans.
Yeah.
Something like that. That dark, most people call it dirt. It ain't dirt. It's a sign of insulin resistance, and you need to do something about it. Okay, that constant feeling of hunger, just can't stay out of the refrigerator. Always craving for salt and sugar. Can't leave the chips alone. Can't leave the cookies alone. Gotta have the candies. What is this? I don't care. Just give me a whole lot of it. All those cravings. Anybody ever wake up with headaches all the time? I used to. Couldn't explain. Usually you get a headache, go lay down, take a nap, try to sleep it off. What do you do when you wake up with a headache? Go back to sleep. Can't. Head's pounding too much. Migraines. You're putting Tylenol's kids through college. That's how many Tylenol pills you popping. How about that fatigue? You get up and go, just got up and went. Or you might feel like you got the itis. Everybody knows what itis is, right?
Mommy, I'm sleepy.
Oh, don't worry about that, little baby. That's just the itis.
The what?
The itis. That's what you call it when you get sleepy after a big meal.
Yeah. We all know what that is. We're all familiar with that, the itis. Or that upper abdominal obesity. Touch the top part of your stomach. If it's hard, then that's a fat that's caked around your organs. Pretty dangerous. And yeah, that too is a sign of insulin resistance. So let me ask the question again. Raise your hand if you can agree with the cap screen you're on TikTok. Do you or somebody that you know suffer from any of those signs? All those somebody. 93% of the population deal with something. Yeah. Well, the answer, like I said, it could be very, very simple. You get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. I'm going to go ahead and let Her Royal Highness Queen Rashida go ahead and talk about the company, if you would, please.
Thank you, John. Hey, the name of our company is Unicity International. This is their newest facility in Las Vegas, formerly known as Rexall drugs. Unicity was founded in 2001 when Rexall merged with Enrich International. 2006, the Unicity distributor, Mr. Stuart Hughes, who has over 3 decades of experience, became the CEO and owner of the company. Under his leadership, he made the company debt-free, and is also recognized as one of the top 500 companies in America. Is also doing business in over 60 countries, supporting 20 languages. Unicity's mission is to make life better. Unicity holds a very strong position within the wellness industry, which is on track to become a $1 trillion industry, and has predicted that it will make over 10 million millionaires. Thank you.
All right. All right. That sounds pretty good. Who wants a slice of that $1 trillion pie? I know I
I
do. Just break me off, a million or two. Ain't nobody gonna miss it, right? Who wants something? Yeah, I want something. I want it. Yes, indeed. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna talk about the product. Our flagship product is called the Feel Great System. It's consists of two powerful food-based products. It's the Unimate tea and the balance. All right. First, let's talk about the Unimate. Unimate tea helps you feel great all day. It boosts your mood and your physical performance. It also boosts your mental clarity, helps with brain fog, and supports mental health. It suppresses your hunger too. Makes intermittent fasting extremely easy. It suppresses those hungers and cravings and gives you 10 times more of those feel-good elements found in a typical cup of coffee without the crash and no jitters. You can enjoy it any time of day, hot or cold. I prefer mine hot or warm. Love it like that. It lasts longer too. Can drink a hot drink all down at one time, right? But you know what? It's more than just a tea. There's been so many clinical studies done on Unimate. I mean, listen to some of this. 13% improvement in strength with aerobic fitness. It improves by 5% just with single use. Been clinical studies that using the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire. Physical well-being improved just 20% after taking Unimate. Cholesterol numbers, improvements in triglycerides, HDL, LDL reduction. Even your A1C improves with just Unimate. And it also supports your weight. There's 10% reduction in waist circumference, hip circumference, reduction in weight in kilograms, 7%, 10%, 4.8%. I mean, this is some powerful, very, very powerful too. Now I'm gonna talk about the balance. The balance is a pre-meal drink, okay? Mix it up in water and you drink it immediately before you eat, right? Now what it does, it provides critical fiber and support. It slows the digestion of carbs, promotes healthy blood glucose, insulin, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. That's a mouthful. It also has a 7X technology, plus the fiber matrix, which provides 8 different strands of fiber that can cause you to feel fuller for a lot longer. It contains a vitamin complex that's provided you with your daily vitamins and minerals. It helps to balance out your gut health as well, and possibly gets rid of any unwanted body fat, right? Now at Unicity, we have our own in-house scientists and specialists, but there's also third-party certifications by the NSF, Informed Choice. These are sports agencies, along with the cologne list. I mean, professional athletes are not going to put just anything into their body. That's their product. They got to keep themselves in tip-top shape. Unicity also has 18 natural products in the PDR. Now, if it's in the PDR, then there's been a lot of studies done on it, as I laid out not too long ago. There's been clinical studies by BYU, Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, Sydney University, that's the home of the glycemic index, Columbia University, and University of Connecticut. I mean, even the Cleveland Clinic, #1 heart hospital in the world, went so far as to conclude that such a product, if taken regularly, can reduce cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and or dose for lipid-lowering prescription drugs. That's the Cleveland Clinic saying that. #1 heart hospital in the world. That was done in the 2002 study. Yeah. All these products are patented and they're sourced directly from the farmers. No in-between person trying to take stuff out, put stuff in, genetically modify anything. This stuff is pure, very, very clean. Something else that a lot of people notice once they get on the Feel Great system. is the tremendous cost savings. I mean, there's been so many comments pouring in. I'm listening to some of these. Savings on groceries, $200 a month, $500 a month. Savings, from no longer having to take medications, high blood pressure medication, insulin reduction, no more antidepressants. We got comments even from CPAs talking about how much they're saving. Yeah, and they budget. They budget. Feel great system, tastes great, and is safe for children as well as lactating mothers. It's scientifically proven to reduce insulin resistance. And as I said numerous times tonight, you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. Feel great system is unique, unmistakable, and simply impossible to duplicate. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. We're going to open the floor up to testimonies and questions. Everybody, if you have any guests, go ahead and take the time to let's take the time to welcome them. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to share them. We have plenty of people that know plenty about the product. We have medical professionals on the panel tonight that can answer all your questions.
Hey,
Or
John,
John?
can you pick?
Go ahead, Dennis.
I was just going to ask, can you take the product with medication?
Yeah, these are food products. These are food products. If you can have a Big Mac or burrito along with your medication, then you can take the Hilliard system with your medication as well.
Thank you, John.
John, I just wanted to share with the group. It's been a while since I did a testimony. So here's my story. I started on the Feel Great system back on May 22nd this year. That's 6 months ago now. And I started by drinking the Unimati lemon ginger and the Unicity Balance. I also prayed and I fasted. Now, prior to starting this regimen every day for 5 months, I was experiencing pain in my left side from my hip down to my ankle. Every night I was awakened out of my sleep from the pain, every night for 5 months. I also had pain in my shoulder. I thought I had torn my rotator cuff, but I learned that it was arthritis. Cynthia, arthritis and bursitis. Yes, ma'am. I was also struggling with my weight for years, fluctuating from 210 to 215 and one time up to 220. That was something I just wasn't ready for that. But I'm here to tell you that in 1 month, I felt the energy. It was off the charts. It was so good. I lost 12 pounds in about 1 month. I do not experience pain anymore in my left side at all. I feel great. And now, after being on the Feel Great system for over 6 months, I've lost 30 pounds, y'all. 30. And I am not on any pain medication whatsoever. So that's my story. Thank you for letting me share.
All right. All right. Congratulations on all those comments. You know what? I want to go ahead and announce this right now. You thought that, that was a wonderful testimony. You can hear more of it now on Mondays. We are expanding now. And her Royal Highness Queen Rashida is going to be hosting her own Zoom meeting starting Mondays. This started with this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, and 4 p.m. Pacific. Monday nights, check her out. She's going to be hosting, telling her stories, sharing stories of others. And yeah, we're going to start feeling great with the Queen, y'all.
All right. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, John. I'm looking forward
Good.
to it.
Yes.
I want to
Amen.
be internationally known. Okay.
All right, all right. I see Mr. Lonnie Porter down in the audience. Lonnie been rocking with me for a good long while. I'm going to ask him to unmute himself if he would. He got his son on the system, but not only that, but he shared the system with a lot of his family members. But I wanted to tell us about his son and his sister, how well they've been doing on the system. Good, Lonnie.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Lonnie Porter. I met John through Coach Coach, I was looking at the system, and my son had health problems, and even the insurance. I tried to put him on the insurance, and they want him to sign up. So I kept looking. I said, how can I figure this out? I got to find something to help him with it. And I went with the Golo thing. I thought about that, and then I caught coach on there over and over for like 2.5 months, and I decided to go ahead and try the system out for my son, and it was a good decision. And because he got on it, the rest of the people, the rest of family members and cousins, and they got on it. So that helped everybody out.
Mm.
My sister lost about 80 pounds. My
Wow.
son lost about my son
Oh.
lost about 50, 60 pounds.
Wow.
Mm.
hmm But I am
Right.
so glad that John has helped me so well with the system. We're working on trying to work on and get some more people involved because
Yeah.
down here in Corpus Christi, it's not a lot of us, but it's getting around. It's getting around pretty good. It's a lot of people are asking about it. They kind of skeptical. They kind of say they want to see they want to see. I'm a kind of skinny person, so I'm in a wheelchair. But my son, I saw him before pictures of him and John and all them. They said, "Oh man, really?
Mm.
That stuff really works." So
It
we
does.
on the right track.
Yes.
hmm
Yes,
Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you. Now, we have a referral program, y'all. And Lonnie has got so many. What's the lowest price you've paid so far for the field grade system? I know, sometimes people come and go, but what's the lowest that you remember paying?
So,
Lonnie, yes.
oh me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh
what's
yeah,
the
it got down pretty low. I had some people to drop off, but I was trying to get that. I was trying to get it down to zero. That's what I was trying to get it down to. So I got another friend of mine. He had to work until 9, and I gave him the link. So we might try to get him on like a Monday because he had hairdresser. So I think he's off on Monday. So he might be able to kick in and get in on that Monday Zoom instead of the Thursday
okay.
Zoom. So
Definitely,
John,
definitely.
you give me that link for Monday, and I can hook him up.
Sure enough, sure enough. We'll be having two of them on Monday now. At 6 and 7, 6 o'clock and
Okay.
7 o'clock Central Time. Mhm. So
Oh,
but you
okay.
were getting it for like about maybe $70 or $80 one
Yeah.
point in time, right?
At one time, yeah.
All right. So everybody, definitely take advantage of that referral program. $10 might not sound like a lot, but once everybody gets on the system, they're so thrilled about their results. They're talking to everybody, in their inner circle should be on it as well. And those referrals can add up. A lot of us getting it for as low as 80, maybe 90, maybe
Mm.
$80. And yeah, you can get it for free. You can get it for free.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed. Do we have any other testimonies?
I don't mind if nobody else has their own. I would like to talk about my nephew who's out in San Fernando Valley. He's 65 years old. He fell, he worked for the city, and he had fallen back in 2015 down in a tunnel, and he broke his neck and his back. He
Mm.
woke up out of a 9-hour surgery paralyzed. He had one stroke that really set him back. Moving forward, he did his therapy, what they told him to do. Some people that have strokes don't want to do the therapy, and then they end up 10 years later can't use fingers and dragging one side of the body. My nephew got on the system about 5 months ago because his clarity was not there. His mental health wasn't good. His brain fog definitely was happening. He was low in energy, had a lot of pain in his body from inflammation. And I just talked to him. I said, "Look, I've come on this. God dropped it off in my lap because Dennis, by way of Dennis, and I said, you just got to try it." I said, I tell you what, and I did this. I'm not encouraging anybody else to do it, but I put him on the system. I ordered it, I paid for it, and I made sure it got to his door every month. By his brain fog happening, he started out. The bottle confused him because he thought one level was for the balance and the other level was for the unimati. So he had the balance and the unimati in the bottle at the same time. So when I talked to him every day, I got him. I said, well, hold up. We got to do this the right way, and you got to do it every day. So over time, he got it. I use a color code. I don't know if this can help anybody, but I said yellow is tea, gold is tea. At the time, we didn't have apple spice. So I said, if it's yellow or gold, the water is at the top level. If it's orange, it's at the lower level. He got that. And that was fine, long as he got it.
Yes.
Moving forward, he tells me now that people see him walking. He can walk, he goes out, he does his physical fitness, his clarity. The people are telling him, wow, you're talking better, Lawrence. You're not stuttering, you're not slurring. And he thinks better. And he called me, Auntie, I got to tell you all about it now. I'm only 6, 7 years old. What is it? 12 years older than he is. But he is my special nephew that I'm looking forward to seeing when we come out to Vegas, because he's going to drive me from California up to Vegas and hang out with me for a few days.
Oh,
But
good.
his story
I
is
would,
awesome. He's
I
just
would
Mhm.
very
love to get that
shy.
story on video.
Yeah. Yeah, I want him to do that. I got mad at him because he was one of those guys, oh, I don't want to do a testimony. I said, how are we going to let other people know if you don't do your testimony? Oh, that's just to get the money. That's just, oh boy, what do you want to say that for? I know I come across very nice to everybody, but I can be a mean witch if you say the wrong thing to me. And I
That's
told him,
across the
I said, come
thing.
on. Just
Yeah.
we gotta let other people know, and those
Yes.
testimonies would make a big difference. But that is his story by way of his
Good.
auntie.
That's good. That's good.
Fantastic.
And
Terry,
Thank,
congratulations.
thank. I'll
speaking,
pass it on.
speaking of being shy,
Yeah.
I think a special person in the audience. I've already asked her twice if she want to talk. She ain't asked it yet.
Yeah,
But if she wants
I
to,
was, I was,
the
I
floor is
was
hers.
too. I had to step out my comfort zone. But I kept coming on the Zoom call. That's how I kept learning more, listening before I even got into this. And then when I heard about it, I just say, well, this it. This the system. This it. But how I came about getting on this product is because of I was having I had problem with my left knee again. And I had knees reversion. That's what they call reversion knee surgery again. But my range of motion was good, and the doctor he said he didn't know what was wrong with it because I should be in that much pain. But I told him I couldn't walk. I said my range of motion good. He said yeah, cause you been to 120, 130, 110. I said yes, but I just cannot walk. You said it wasn't gonna be worse than the first, but it was. He said, well, something ain't right. I said, no, something is not right because you got to do something. So up and go forward. He said, well, I'm gonna have to go back in it. But I thank God. You hear me? I thank God because I scrolled for 2 months on TikTok and I told him, I said, Lord, pray, my family pray, my church family pray. And I know I'm healed already. I know this. So I can't get no healer. I said, well, you got to come do something. You got to come complete me. Cause I'm tired being sick and tired. I say, I can't go into your house no more. I can't dance no more because I like to dance. I can't drive can't do nothing no more, really. I said, yeah, go to the doctor and back in the house like a prison. So I scrolled for 2 months. I kept saying Unimate tea in the balance, the product, the system, this and that and that. And I came across Catherine. And when she was talking, she said, 90-day money back guarantee. I said, well, Lord, I ain't got nothing to lose. I said, because if it worked for me, I'm going to stay on it the rest of my life. If it don't, I can get my money back. And see, I wasn't looking for no weight loss or none of this. When I first got it on February the 8th, the 15 minutes later, after I made that tea and started sipping on it, I had to go to the restroom. When I went to the restroom, relieve my bladder. I thought I wasn't going to never stop. But when I thought I was finished, I got up. When I got up, I had to sit right back down. Another ocean coming. I said, Lord, I did like this. I say, Lord, that what that is, inflammation. I say, Lord, I thank you. I was going to have surgery again on June the 23rd. So, but the Lord came back in time, not when we wanted, on His time, because He know I was going to try to have, I was going to do anything, go back under the knife again. That's how painful I was. Call holler for 4 months, nonstop, all day and all night. So I said, Lord, He let me came through that, and I told him he had to complete me, and he let me came cross captain, and when I ordered, and that what made me complete. Because the time, like I say, I had to relieve my bladder. That when it came to me, I wasn't thinking like that before because I was in so much pain. Used to go to sleep 4 days in the morning for about 30 minutes to an hour, back up holler all day, all night, nonstop. 4 months. So and then too, I had lost 2 inches within 2 days, but I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for just to be able to walk. I was tired of being in the house, couldn't go doing with my family, nothing. Couldn't go to church or nothing. It's nice looking on the phone, church, and it's not like the same as the side fellowship. And with my family, So I said, And I had two hip surgery in 2022 because I was trying to keep my knee from going back out of white. I had that did in 2015. And so when me trying to do that, you're going up and down the hill, standing, walking up and down the hill, unbalanced sidewalks and stuff, because I was a crossing guard. So I had to stop working again. So after that, I had the hip surgery. My body used to crack every time I moved, crack, 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 crack. And so my son used to want to take me places, have me a birthday party when I had turned 6. I said, no, y'all know I like to dance, so I don't have no party. I can't do nothing in so much pain. But in September, I had the surgery. In September, I stopped working. October, I had the surgeries. I had both surgeries. My right was in October, and the left hip was in November. And when my son came and got me, and to take me for my surgeries, every time he said, Mom, oh, I can feel it. I said, I told you. I said, but go ahead on your movement so fast, going to move it really quick, because it's hurt so bad. He said, oh, we want to try to take you. I said, boy, just get me, put me on the wheelchair, take me on in. He said, oh, I feel it. He said, I mean, my body, every time I made a move, but I couldn't walk cause like constant stabbing knife in my knee. 4 months, this constant stabbing me. I couldn't do nothing, nothing. I don't wish this on nobody, but honey, but Arthur, I said he had to get out of my, that one, but Arthur called all our body, got so many cells in our body is a buildup over the year. And that when all this joints and all this stuff hurt, my arm couldn't go all the way up, my knee couldn't bend all the way. I don't care. I ain't had the pain. I don't have the pain no more, I don't care.
Amen.
So the doctor say, well, what are you doing? At first I just said intermittent fasting, so I left it like that. So she said, well, later on she called me back in. She said, what that you say you doing? She said, I see you lost a little weight. I had lost 9 pounds then. I say, I'm taking the Unimate T in the balance. You need to balance. She said, what is that? I say, look in y'all big dictionary book what you got in the office, like that. So she pulled it up on the computer. She pulled it up on the computer. When she pulled it up, she said, "Did what you doing?" I said, "Yes, that's what I'm doing." She said, "Well, you continue." And then after that, I had to go back. And for my 3 months, and within that 4 months, I went back to the doctor. Within 4 months, I was anemic for 14 years, taking iron pill twice a day. Anemia. You hear me? 14 years, taking iron pill twice a day. And they say I'm building that the rest of my life. But see, I ain't know all this stuff can heal that. You see what I'm saying? None of us didn't know that to heal anemia. But I was on that in 4 months, it had no more. No more. No more. I said,
Fantastic.
Lord, that helped that too. And then when I came and tell y'all, I said, I ain't know that it healed that too. It worked with that. But I thank God, And I told her, I said, well, I ordered my prescription. She said, I'll let them know that you don't need it no more. I called to the pharmacy and let them know. I said, okay, thank you.
Amen.
And don't get on the scale, because once I had lost them 2 inches, when I did my measurement and stuff before my before picture, got back on the scale, the weight was still there, but I had lost 2 inches. I said, oh no, I just wait till I go to the doctor to get weighed, And that's what I was doing.
Wow.
Because the scale will fool you, man. You bet those scale. Because everybody's body different. Some people lose weight, some people, it looks sign. Your your ring start falling your fingers, your watch get so loose on your stuff, different stuff,
Yeah.
It gives you so much energy.
Amen.
All right. Great. We do these about every night of the week. I don't want to take up too much of time. We've already gone over about 45 minutes. At the top of the hour, we're going to be hearing from our own nurse, Lavanya Crawford. We're going to keep it going, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight her, let her tell a little bit about what we're going to expect at the top of the hour.
Hey guys, so we're just going to keep this party going. Thursday is Zoom webinar Thursday, where you can come and learn all of the facts, answer any question you may have in regards to the Feel Great system and how it could truly change your life or a loved one's life that's really struggling with their health. Defeat and overcome type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity. Weight loss is the side effect. This is not a weight loss system. This is an overall total health transformation on a cellular level, claiming health back. It has science, research, clinical validation, safe to take and use in a PDR. So if you want to learn more information, come right back on at 7 o'clock, bring 3 more guests or more that need to hear about this amazing Feel Great system. Share it on your social media, go back later and watch it. Come back later and watch the Zoom calls, because we are all here on this powerful mission to help educate and inform so many people that have no idea that these 2 products work and how it can be a blessing in disguise and change their life forever. Give life.
Yes.
All right.
So come on back at 7 o'clock, baby. Get on your Zoom, baby.
All right. Before we go, I'm going to ask Ms. Catherine to go ahead and tell us about what to expect on the weekends.
Hi, y'all. Yes, thank you. We talk about the health side all throughout the week, like Lavanya said, and like we're doing tonight, Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Thursdays, and Fridays. But on Saturday, we talk about the wealth side. 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast. We get a lot of tips and strategies on how to get your business up and running, and how to, get customers, and how to help people, and at the same time helping yourself. So that's what we do on Saturdays. You can come. Just get a link from whoever invited you to this call. They go have the link for you. You may have to register the first time, but it's quick and easy. And just come and start learning. Start getting your business up.
Great.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Catherine. All right. So, like I said, we talk about that every night of the week. Definitely get back with the person that invited you. If you're not on the system yet, get back with the person that invited you. You can order the system through them. Also, to get the information for the Zoom meetings, you can get that from them as well. I do want to thank everybody for coming out. We're about 10 minutes away from, yes, ma'am.
I just want to get a plug in, a shout out, me and Coach and a team here in Southern California, in Escondido, California. So if you're down by the San Diego area, Southern California, there's going to be an amazing mega meetup from 12 to 3 p.m. So get on the Zoom, get on Facebook, TikTok. We have the posting with the address, the location. So come join us if you want to learn more about the health and the wealth side of Feel Great system.
Definitely. If you're in Southern California, you don't want to miss that. Check out Nurse Crawford's page. I have it on my social media page.
And that's on Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Coming Saturday. Don't miss it. If you have never, ever been to a Feel Great mega meetup, then you need to get your life right. Come on out. Check it out. This Saturday, Escondido, California. Nurse Crawford's going to be there. Coach Hoyt will be there. A lot of the other San Diego, Southern California team will be there. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. All right. So great. Again, at the top of the hour, Nurse Crawford keeps it going. I want to thank everybody for joining me on Zoom during this hour. Thanks again, Your Royal Highness, Queen Rashida, for the introduction and also for participating in the presentation. Congratulations on Mondays. And until the next time, y'all go and feel great.